starts with a fresh shot of espresso. Bold, rich, pulled just right. Then comes the milk, steamed smooth, creamy, and balanced. The perfect latte is not rushed. It is crafted, one cup at a time. Your perfect latte is ready. Coffee first, then everything else.
Good afternoon and welcome to Beyond the Headlines. I'm DJ Moises and today's conversation is brought to us by Coffee First. Today we look deeper and think better as we go beyond the headlines with two leaders who share more than a familiar surname. They represent two generations of public service, each bringing a unique perspective on leadership, governance, and the future of Cebu. Joining me today are former Cebu City Mayor Mikel Rama and Cebu City Councilor Mikel Rama. So, Councilor Mikel, Mayor Mike, welcome back to Beyond the Headlines.
Privilege, another privilege.
Thank you, Sir DJ, for having us.
Yeah, and we've always been excited for this interview since Father's Day, no?
You're right.
Long overdue day.
Long overdue. Sige, so before you were kanang public servants and before the highly popular surname, first and foremost, both of you are father and son, no? So my first question is, I think it goes with you first, Mayor Mike, who is Councilor Mikel at home, and then for Councilor Mikel, who is Mayor Mike at home. Sige.
Are you talking about now or way back when?
Whichever is juicier. No,
Because when you go back,
yeah, sige.
it will always bring a beautiful yesterday of infanthood.
Oh, sige. We can start.
Yeah, that's a very important. And then the growing with Michelin, the sister. You know, seeing Mikel, and I remember birthdays. And that is when Michelin reached her 7-year-old birthday, she was more of being prominent. While Mikel at that time was only looking at his sister. But when the time for him also to celebrate his 7th birthday, he was already, that's where, watch out, everybody. This is now the start of my time. And that's how I look at the whole yesterday. And then going through Mikel, I always have seen him to be a very obedient son. And not only that, Christian in values and humility exuding. That's Mikel. That's why at home, he's the obedient.
Sige. And who is Mayor Mike at home?
Same, Sir DJ, na when you ask that question, a lot of things run through my mind. Because when I look at my dad, lain-lain man siya in different periods of time. When I was growing up, of course, ako maingon, ang one word that can describe my dad when we were growing up is disciplinarian. Disciplinarian na kanang kami agi gyud mig bunat. Agi gyud mi og luhod sa asin. Ako may numduman mag-ana pa mi magluhod. Kanang
Atubangan sa altar.
oh, ana. Basta magpabadlong. And I'm also very grateful na ingon ana sa dang akong papa. And also during time sa law school nako na dako nako na even though wala namin nag-live in the same house, he made it a point na once a week he will stay sa balay para to check on how I'm doing sa school. So na yung mga certain memories that stand out for me through the years growing up na katusaw na bunalan ko, luhod sa asin, law school na moadto siya sa balay, mo check up siya sa ako ang pag-eskwela. Sometimes ako maingon sa kong daddy growing up na he will not shy away from difficult conversations that need to be had. Usa akong may numduman katong undergrad ko na padung ko mo shift college. Istorya mi ko dad mo shift ko college. Iyang giistorya nako na kanang wa kay siya malipay na mo shift ko course. Batingon siya na salig ko nimo na shift ka pero tiwasa gyud ang imong pag-eskwela saktong panahon kan dili ka mo extend sa years ba. Ako gyud natiwas. So mga a lot of things ang kinsa akong dad as a father and the home setting. So, puro tatong oras kung imo ko pastorya kuan. Pero mo na siya growing up. Nasad siya karon, lahi sad siya karon na magtan-aw ko niya kuyog sa kumanghod nga si MJ nagkamay. Lahi sad siya. So makaingon gyud ka magtan-aw ko sa akong papa. Lucky kay ko makita ko na unsa og evolve ang usa ka tawo throughout periods of life.
So when Councilor Mikel was growing up, did it ever occur to you that one day he will become a public servant?
But before that,
Sige.
you imagine, I was discussing what he was sharing. Just, if I'm not mistaken, was it yesterday or today? That matter about, especially how I was spending with him in the house, checking, but to when he was also taking up law, in Manila.
That's your undergrad?
That I'm talking about
Bar review.
bar review.
Okay.
And I remember mga note man na silang duha ni Michelin. They saw to it that they are in one room, Michelin siya, Saturday, kay Sunday man ang
Bar exam.
bar exam. Kami sa Jaraseli, namin sa the same one room too. They were just hoping against hope they're being noted. But anyhow, it was something that I always cherish nga. We are very proud. In the same like with Michelin, nga lain lang mong mga experiences. Ako, aside niya, yung mama dito ni Michelin. So, looking at now, if you're talking about, did it ever occur to me that one day, it is always the desire of a father, because they call it the measure of success is succession. That's what I've always been guided by. And looking at my son, kay tuo mo mga tao nga karon na din siya ni sud sa politika. But he was supposed to be already a candidate in the year 2016.
16.
Yeah, 16. And now it's 2026. But the circumstances at that time deter, because we have a lot of available candidates. So duha na sila nga eventually were on their own understanding, nag-withdraw na sila. And that is J.P. Labella o Mikel Rama. But with due respect with former mayor, who died, he really asked if I can have JP. So with the prodding, so JP was able to run despite withdrawing and enlisted. Well, Mikel, I never did any, shall we say, moving heaven and earth for him to run, because being the head of Partido Barug, I have to think about all angles. So that's precisely him now at the realm. It's the happiness of the father, but he knows that I was not forcing him. And thanks also to young mama, because it was Araceli who really agreed. And maybe he can discuss that, MJ, with my son, Mikel.
Sige, but you can, akong follow-up question, and maybe you can also comment on that. Was there a point also, reverse ang akong question sa iya, in which you told yourself, I'm never going into politics?
Well, naamang panahon na kanang, of course, when you're younger and then you see the path na gitake sa imong papa, ganahan jud ka mo somewhat be in the same related path. And then parehas giingon at pag 2016, I was already supposed to be a part of the kanang councilorial state sa among group at the
Team
time.
Rama.
Team Rama. So na namin mga activities, but inter-party na decide na withdraw. And then kanang kuan, growing, learning things. Na mga certain things na gubutaan ni ana. But you tend to look beyond kung unsa gyud realities din ha, and then you, instead of focusing on the negative things about a certain endeavor, you see the positive things that you can do for it, and mas mahalatagan ka og more encouragement for yourself to pursue it para makabuhat kag mga saktong angay nimo, kana makita nimong angay naa dinha na mawa to mga di nimo ganahan naa dinha.
Sige. You wanted to say something?
No more. I don't want to add.
Sige. So, this is more of kanang a common question for both of you, but you can say who is better at this or who is more with this, no? So, who is better at remembering names? Okay, given your situation, I'm sure you meet a lot of people, no?
Ako daddy.
Sige, expound.
Mike Rama na. Si daddy bisag mga maestra niya sa iyang elementary, numduman gyapon na niya hantud karon. Muna ang ability o ang memory sa akong dad. But I think more of it is not only about remembering names, but really kana naay kay connection, genuine connection with people na naa siya special knack of kanang sikin sa iyang maagian na tao kanang kamao siya unsaon para mapalaw ang inyuhang mo make good siya effort ba para diri sa studio mo tanag gid siya sa mga panganya, mangita gid siya sa mga tao na iyang na-encounter before. So mo na ang special ako nakitaan sa akong dad na sa kinsan tao whatever station in life, kita gid siya na naay special value every person that he meets. Mo na dili lisod para niya makinumdum og pangan.
Kani, who is more sentimental? Agoy.
Para ako siguro sentimental ko na tao.
You agree, Mayor Mike?
I don't have to compete.
Okay. Sige. Okay. Sige. Ikay expound. Okay.
Yeah.
Sige. Why you agree nga he is more sentimental?
That's the value that I can see in my son, Mikel. Which I've been telling him na focus, because it can be a deterrent if you continue to be too sentimental too. And that will bring you to be emotional. And the very up character of my son is mindfulness. Mindful ka na siya on what's happening to me, what's happening to MJ, and what's happening to my being with Langga Malo. So mindful ka na siya diya. Yeah, sentimental nga. He values family. Very important na niya. Muna, every now and then magtanaw ko niya nga. Then I keep on advising him. There's nothing wrong to be romantic and even sentimental. But what is really best is grow and continue to grow. Learn from your being sentimental and from your being romantic.
Kani,
Pero murag kung mangutan na ka Sir DJ kinsay mas romantic siguro.
maybe you can expound. Okay.
Ayaw na.
Sige. Kani, who is likely to change his mind at the last minute? Who is likely to change his mind? Okay. Sige.
Mostly because si daddy kuha na siya kanang kung he makes a decision, committed na siya, full commitment na siya. Usa sa nasa mga traits na ako makita na unique sa akong papa na kanang naagay commitment kung unsay kuan dili vacillating mo ang term, never vacillate. So mo na siya. I think mo agree na siya.
And in connection with that, just like when I'm being asked, what's tomorrow for Mike Rama? I said, I think not to focus upon me, but please help my son. Because my son, he will definitely be running from my point of view as mayor of the city of Cebu. And he can offer a lot. Because not only that, he is a lawyer. 15 years a lawyer and had his own law firm. He has been with me. And I have never been out of him from childhood. There might be some interim, but never. So, for sure, with God's graces, he carries up. And then, of course, etc., etc. Uh, expected for a good governance kind of administration.
And because both of you are also public servants, no, aside from a member of a huge family, no, so you receive a lot of messages, no. Who replies faster?
Very nice question.
Who replies faster?
To be honest, I don't really spend that much because I look at group chat. At the beginning, it's a chat, but later it chatters, and then it ended up quarrels. Number two, there are better things to do. Better things, looking at the country, etc., etc. Baha here, baha there, garbage here, garbage there, traffic, horrendous, etc., etc. Then you will engage pa in answering. So what time will you have? Especially with MJ and Langga. So I'm sorry, I'm not really that type. But if there really is a need, pareane, you can ask me any question, then I will answer. But please, forgive me because Messenger, not often. Viber, yes. Signal, exception.
Correct.
Sige na. Then WhatsApp, I always being asked, why don't we speak in WhatsApp? So, everything about answering,
Messages.
messages, it's more in the Viber.
Hindi ko mo expound siya. Ha?
Sige.
Makita mo ang type of person o ang type of governance na naasa kong papa na ni-evolve magod karon na naatat permi. I'm also guilty na younger generation will always be looking at the screen, living always online. Si daddy does not live online. Muna kung buhat siya, when he talks to someone, do it face to face. Kung tanaw siya problema, atuo niya, dili puro naa sa cellphone o sa internet. Muna siya, muna yung gipirmi i-emphasize na mas maayos nang makita nimo be felt, be heard, be seen. Importante.
Serve.
Serve.
Ang service is not nasa cellphone. Ang
And
service
then-
din mo na diya sa
And don't forget humility.
Masa na yung mga lesson ako ma-learn.
Sige, kani is who gives better gifts?
Can I answer?
Yes, okay. Sige.
I'm so proud. Kanila silang duha. Si Michelin. They grew up very simple. When Christmas will come, I usually bring them to wherever. And then I ask them, we were at certain time, not anymore in one house. But I always ask, manangin mo sa iyong mama, kay mga tuta kay, tagaanta mo, I will buy you Christmas gift, what not. Pagka simple, Manila o Cebu, ang ilang yung mga choices lang yun, not expensive. Muna silang duha. Muna, ingos ako sa kong kagalingon, pagkabaratuhon din ako mga anak ko.
Medya sa bugkan.
Ang ilang lang yung mga midyas, brief, sa panadiyos. Basta nga, that's how simple they were. And until now, lipay sa ko nga they grew up with that. Because that is very important if you want to become a leader. That's very important. Expensive.
Better.
Better. Basta nga I don't go for expensive gifts, but I rather would be from the heart.
Sa among relationship, ang value exchange naman is not really material things. So maybe murag ka nang imong gingon na love language ba? More on kanang service or the way you treat each other. So, inana ang among gift giving towards each other, but never emphasis on any material things. di jud ko mahatag og gift sa akong papa o kuan. Pero mo storya ko ana kanang kay usama ng material di man na nimo manumduman. Kay manumduman nimo kung unsa gyud kanang kinasing-kasing nga imong gi-offer sacrifice baron or something
Or
nga
time.
ni serve ka niya ana ba or accommodation kanang ana mga gestures.
Kani, who is pickier with food?
Kasi yan, di naman dagang bawal na.
No, if you're talking about Karen,
Sige.
but still, it's the simplicity that matters for me. That's why when I'm being asked a question, what's your favorite food? Kumunggos. What else? Turta. Ana na ako niya, you got by the sabaw. Tangag ko ni mo niya og kaning nagaling to sabaw nga na pork. Plus sabaw nga inununan. I mean, for me, that's sufficient.
Home cook, no?
Home cook. Yes, home cook. So, muna nga. At right now, may langga malo, you'll always tell me, pwede ka ana. Pwede ana. At gali, we were in another place. I'm picking up siya ni MJ. Ikaw DJ Moises ay MJ. No matter what, may pagkaon dito ba kay niya? Okay. Kaning ang oras, supposed to be eating time. Yeah. Another one is insulin time or what not.
Insulin time.
So, it's going to be dili ka patakag kaon karon. Niadto okay lang. Okay lang yun kay I can eat anywhere where the driver's place they eat, I eat there.
Sige, ikaw sa may mga food choices na lang nimo.
Ako,
Currently.
di man ko picky eater kung unsa ray na din na. Ang importante, makakaon.
Sige, kani, is one word lang yun, one word. So, describe each other in one word lang. One word.
What's up? Una na ako sa
Sige. Okay.
Siya,
You describe him in one word and then you describe your
humble.
talent. Okay.
Leader.
Sige. And then, why? Yeah,
Yeah.
expand.
The humble.
Expand. Yung anong humble.
Yeah. Both of them, Michelin and Mikel. I've been in government and I've been in a corporate world since 1984. And then I got into public service 1992. Imagine, vice mayor, vice mayor. And wala ginag-isod silang utok. You've never noticed them that they are both are with my blood. So that's why humility, being humble, I've seen it in them. That's why it's not going to be a problem bringing them as for marketing. Hindi lagi.
Leader, sige.
Leader gid si Daddy na if you know him ever since maybe nagdako siguro na siya na ay leadership quality because leadership qualities you can see many people in positions not in, even in the public sector or the private sector na position na sila leader. Ako Daddy na siyang pagkatao ang iyang pagka-leader. Sagwa na siya sa pisto. Leader good job sa asa nimo siya ibutang in any whatever setting. Ang qualities of a leader na imo ma-enumerate ako makita naagid siya and muna leader siya.
Basig sip-sip pa ka na ko dong.
Tinuod man. Tinuod bitaw kay
Bitaw. Kana yung description A squared ko. Baka sa A squared. Apilon. Nasa Binicia duham na kabuok.
Court of Appeals din.
na Binicia na Kate, Kenneth, baka sa Binicia na kanabang nangilabot ong manghilabot. Pero ako sa nangilabot. Dili ko gusto sang hilabtan. So dili ko manghilabot.
Sir, Kenny is, what habits man said when you look at Councilor Mikel now, what habits that he currently has that reminds you of yourself?
Iyan mo, palo-palo ako sa hello. Hi. Yeah. And I'm very proud looking at my son because maybe he was also a very good listener. That when he goes with the people, dulo niya yung mga tao sad. Yeah, it becomes a habit. And then, kanang, kumistorya kag bad habit or good habit. No? So, I don't know kung wala na siya katong ingon ako na ba nga, beep, mag-beep, wala siya. But anyway, you know why? Mas Kennedy. Siya may nagpaundang na og sigarilyo. 1996. Mapito to, if you remember looking back, nganong butang ma-addict, ma-drug protector, issues. Nga since 1996, wala na akong manigarilyo. But earlier, high school, college, up to 1996, ni cold turkey ko tungod niya. And one morning, tulo pa ka stick sa Philip Morris. Naghangad na siya nako. Elementary matingay siya ato. Nya, gininglisan ko niya. Why are you doing something bad for your body? So, what are you talking about? That one. You know, right there, I threw Philip Morris, including katong ako pangipak. And that was the last. That was the last. And that's why I'm thankful. Hindi na siya kainumdum ana. But ako sa ginanin ko, I think an angel got into him and really delivered that message. And thank God.
Napanilaing nindot na
Sige,
story si
Ozo.
Daddy na relevant sa kaning pagka-public servant. Nako karon ba? Na ako sa ginauna. Na di sa ko kanumdum. Pero siya, pirmi niya balik-balikon. Na pagkabata, naaka-impression kung unsay mga politiko ba. Na ako siyang gipangutan na. Bata pa ko, are you corrupt? Ikay story that's a story.
You know, without, because it's about the local school board before. No? And I was a counselor. And that was Mr. Digalio. Famous case Clinton at that time ni Lewinsky. Yeah. And then I said, he asked me that question. And our relationship sa iyong mama din na that good. So kami na lang nanimba. Sa Mr. Digalio. Cathedral thing ito, if I'm not mistaken. So, yan magbuta kong gidit sa pangutana. So, are you corrupt? Because the discussion during that time,
Ang homily siguro.
not gawa matingay that doesn't have to do. But he may have been aware about Clinton and et cetera, et cetera. So I was telling him, don't you just accuse me of, because I'm not perfect. At that time, my eyes was also a part of, but corruption has never been my cup of tea. And I related to him about a 500,000 that reached to my office. Once, delivered to my office. The second time, I declined. And that's the whole story. And I don't want to be, mas gawas ang mangangan, di inggikan to 500,000.
Hindi ko mamutana sad.
Yeah, that, and then I told him, baka dong, kanang 500,000, and that was a counselor going towards 2,000. Kapalipay dyan ko doon sa imong mama doon. Because katong time that 500,000 makabayad, makapalita og brand new car. But
At the time, no, dako na kayo.
dako na kayo ito siya nga kwarta, babat. At least looking back, lipay kay ko nga, I was sharing it with my son. And that's why karon, sige balik-balik niya, pag tinunto niya, ay ka-oran na ka sa tiwala. That's what I keep on reminding him. Life is fleeting. Your being there is a privilege. And please, give good governance really a value and service above self.
And as people actually say, once you are public figures, there you will always hear things about you, no? So in your case, and looking at your dad, what are the things that I know daghan, but just one, no? That you heard about him in which it's completely wrong.
Oh,
Kana, I know you will hear you growing up you heard so many things about your dad, but just pick one.
kasabot naman ta during kanang sa mga panahon sa especially election time na yung mga black propaganda na makita mo. Pero ang pinaka worst gyud ang akong hear na absurd gyud kayo katong addict ba. Uya sa niya akong daddy na kana ay man guys siya manigrilyo.
Hindi ka manigrilyo.
So kana yung na absurd gyud. Pero daghan kayo na na kanang we see na that's why when I see things about other people sa nawao kaila di sa dayon ko diretso mutuo kay nakita man nato na sa makibaw kas tinuoray nya makita ka na kuyaw sa dinhi sila himog mga istorya ba. So everything I see na black propaganda even other against other people I don't readily believe automatically kay nakita man nato how things can be untrue ba. So ngayon na.
And now for you, Mayor Mike, sige, kani scenario ni siya, assuming that you're in your 30s right now, and then you are entering politics in 2028, the first
40
time.
na siya.
Oh, but kailangan kipisto. Assuming.
Abi raw badapog Gen Z diri.
No, but there's another story about that when we
because
first invited him. No?
Some have notion that my son should not run yet because he's still young. But kung nga, maybe the face is very young, but the age is already reaching a level of math learning.
But sige, karon, si 40 na lang. Sige, assuming that you're 40, and then you will be entering politics in 2028 for the first time.
For the first time.
Yes. What would you be doing differently this time?
I don't have to think about it.
Sige.
I don't want to think about it.
Okay.
Because it look back, I was 40 and then going to 2028. What change should I be bringing when who I am is who I am? And therefore, tan out of 2028, anak 40 ko, may ko pakakari sa kong ginikanan, more or less, I mean, para na ko, move forward, and think of making the lives of the poor better. The middle class comfortable, and the rich to share. And pinipilaban mantra, poorest first, poor second. So that's a guideline that I wish a 40-year-old, diba? Yeah, kung anak na ko ng 40-year-old, and then the assumption, obviously, I am pretty sure 100% he carries the guidance of the mom, Araceli, and the tutelage from the father, and that's me.
And in the course of the interview, I can also tell no, that your dad is a strong, positive influence no, in who you are as a person and who you are as a leader. But my next question is, which among his advices no, or influences that you've experienced through the years that you've chosen not to follow?
Baka na ako matumbagan na
Okay, sige.
na kanang sa babae ba. Di na lang nato i-expound pero
Okay, sige.
about sa babae. Wala na ako sunda.
You want to know?
Oh, if you're okay to share.
No, because I really wanted, but I'm already happy. Happy na ko nga nagminyo siya. Nagminyo siya. And he got married to Etienne that he doesn't have any, I do not have any dislike, but more praises. Because she has taken care of Mikel. But before, sus, kumain mo palang supplyan ako sa babae ba? Minyo na diya, tagay na kog anak para na anak ko'y apo. Kaya wapo mo ko'y apo. So, karon tingali, God's will na. Ito sa unang, kibalo ko, di masamusugot ng pugson siya ba. Abot naman sa
Now, karon sa especially with social media and all the issues that are happening with the country and the world ba, do you have an internal agreement or will it ever come into a point that both of you will disagree with each other on a position on a particular issue in public?
open.
Yes, no nga kanang you would really openly contradict each other's position.
You want my answer?
Yes, sige.
You will never hear it from me. Never. You know why? Because when an issue is being ventilated, and I knew there's time for me to discuss with him, I always will find time. I'm not around to insult my own son. Never. And I will never do that. In public.
Same, but di man ko pare ka-experience sa akong dad pa. But it'll never happen nagituyo. For the same reason. For the same
Okay.
reason na that's why I have to be kanang more mature sometimes para gaingon na emotional ta panagsa na maka make tag position without kana knowing the whole context na kung siya pa'y pasulyaon taka na taghasmag ba. So ang lesson na kung naa man gani mga ingunana na istoryaan una na usa ta mo istorya sa gawas. Ingunana. But never openly in terms of respect ingunana. You will never see me disrespecting of course akong dad na kanang kinsa man ko sa wala sa guidance kong papa. So you will not hear it from me as well.
Now, Mayor Mike, if you're interviewing Councilor Mikel as a voter, no, not as a father,
As a voter.
as a voter, what would you ask him
Are you ready?
for?
Because he
Okay.
is going to run for mayor. And I'm a voter. Will you convince me why I should vote for you?
Dalang ka mo tubag.
Yeah, he should answer.
Yeah, okay.
Because no matter what, he's getting towards that direction. Can it?
Of course, ako, as a public official now, kanang public officer, you always see the value in the being a public office, being a public trust, and being usa sa mga naas position na new generation. I see that the responsibility is being really stewards of kanang the trust entrusted to our government to bring it to the next generation. Na I see that there was also a crisis in erosion sa public trust in our governmental institutions, and in the way I do my work now is para help hopefully to regain that trust. And in terms of higher office or unsa, I think it's really incumbent upon anybody who is in public service to be ready at any time. And to be ready is to do your work as faithfully with the most integrity as possible. And so that when the time comes when you have to offer yourself to the public, kanang you're worthy of offering yourself to the public. But I understand that being among the newer generation there, we hold an immense responsibility for kanang kung unsay gihatag sa at among nadawat gikan sa mas nauna namo kanang it's to restore, to preserve, and to make it better than how we got it. So mana hopefully akong bira.
Oh, yes. Sige, now reverse the side. If you're interviewing your dad as a former mayor, no, of Cebu City, but you are interviewing him as a voter, not as a son,
Sige.
what would you ask him?
Come here.
Hoy. Yes, sir.
Oh. Sa kadugay na nimong may serbisyo dinhi sa atong syudad na inunta lang mubalik gyud ka karong maabot pinili ay 2028 unsa pa may mga bag-o nga pwede nimong ikahalad para sa katawhan dinhi
Wa
sa
mo kung magunaw na alam. Sa may balik ko na ko. O sa posisyon nga, ikamay mo dagan pagkamayon. Ikano ha? Klaro man ko nga ang imong busy mayon.
Voter ko.
Voter.
Nakibalo ka nga ako, nagibalik-balik yung istorya nga. ang vice mayor kong anak si Dondon. Niya ako, kung siya lang gali ko, sa tinuoray voter.
Water.
Itaw, kaning ato tingin buhaton karon ay hamang ko sa Rotary Club of Cebu, Guadalupe. Magkinalan pa tayo mo, istorya pa ta sa moabot. Sige, magkaya po ko serbisyo ba? Serbisyo. In a little while, kuyog mi with Rama Foundation, namin dito yung activity sa Labangon. No? Then, that's still what I call voter. Panelbisyo. So, unya, lata mo istorya tingili anak nga unsay umaabot. Kaya kung ako imong pangutan nun, voter ka, ako na ipahinumdum sa kong anak ng mudagan pagkamayo. Kinahanglan. Maninguha siya moving forward to learn as much. So that whatever has been left unfinished and what is good, if and when there are now, yan ang dadun towards so that better governance will be observed. Muna nga, ikaw botante, ayaw diri ipangutanan ako. Tabangi akong anak ko, mo mayor.
Now, sige, I'll enter into a topic also that the younger generation tend to ask more, but there are also the older generation medyo divided, no? Some of them supports this, some of them don't. And I'm referring to political dynasty, no? So some people, they will saying it curtails opportunities for new leaders, but there are also those who support it na if the practices are good, then it should be sustained. What's your position with this?
Murag ipangutanan ako sa una na. Nya karon murag ikaw mo tayo nangutanan ako di adto. No? Simple akong tubag. Ayaw mo ka-affected kung ang mga ngan magbalik-balik. Basta kini mga ngan nga magbalik-balik, ang trabaho nga ilang ibilin nindot para ninyo. And therefore, ayaw na ibigrad sila. Nagabalik-balik na ningan dynasty. Nganong inyo maming ibigrad? Nganong inyo maming i-feel uncomfortable? Kaya ang Rama 1916 po na, all the way ka sa kong lolo hantod, pila ka buok ang nanerbisyo. O may laing gibilin si lolo. Don Vicente Rama, mangyod ang humility in government and good governance. Na dili mangawat, dili yun. Kaya kung lolo gali, di ito musakay sa iya, ang iyang asawa, di niya pasakyon sa service card, sa iyang pagkamayor, muto akong lolo. So therefore, at least, clear na dapita nga. Pero kung ang mga politiko, nga balik-balik lang mga nga, ito sa Senado, sa Congress, pero appeal sila sa malita, appeal sa flood control, appeal sa pangubuso, appeal sa corruption, beyond imagination, for Diyos por Santo. Ayaw na ninyo pili. Ayaw. Muna ingon ko, kanang relative na siya, kanang dynasty, relative, moro nagkwarta ba? Money is relative. The more money you have, the more relative you will have. So I am not quite in favor anang kalit lang og sira ba. Imagine, siraduan ni mong anti-dynasty. Mura sa maning demokrasya makata. When we are under democracy and republican system, so we are under the tenets of the right to choose. Dili kayo are going to be restricting nyo to na. Imong gipulihan nga kanang piliun nimo, tungod kay dynasty, wala na noon ka balik. Sa ending, you miss the continuity of an honest to goodness governance. Muna akong feeling. Kanang mga kawatan, sarog ba mo kibaw kisa ng mga kawatan? So, ayan na piliya sila. Pisag pariya pa ng mga nga balik-balik na ayaw. Pero kung ang mga nga balik-balik, ni carry gyud og good governance, pilian ninyo.
Ang akong tubagan na kay you have to look at it. We understand nga na ay concern about ana in fact na appeal yun na 1987 constitution na naagiw na kada anti-political dynasty na provision dito wala lang na define yet. But ako sa gitanaw, ako gina siya ginawa na Sir DJ na is political dynasty magkaparihag pa nga na musud sa panerbisyo inherently kanang nefarious. I think it's not ang kanang pamilya na pangan but actually more on the patronage na it allows. Kaya na may uban na i-abuse na siya. But naam sa uban na pareha ng uban na of course pareha ng family of doctors, family of lawyers na musunod lang ka sa unsay other generations inyo para mo add on sa inyong kanang unsay nahibaw-an sa inyong pamilya na kanang field of endeavor ninyo as a family na kung unsay gitudlo nimo pagkabata. So I think actually karon more in and of itself, political dynasty is not what's wrong with our electoral system now. Ang ako nakita, it's really the patronage o kaning we have the Fair Election Act, but it's not the fair elections anymore. Magtanaw ka karon sa una naatay campaign periods. Pero karon kita kadaghan kay poster ng gawas. Dagko kayo. Naatay mga kinay mga loopholes na. Is there really a fair elections? Even not looking at political dynasties. Kung tangtangon nimo ang political dynasty pero naagyapon ang ability to kanang exploit patronage and kaning why fair elections o kinsa may mahimong leader nato kung kinsa pinakadaghang kwarta muna siya current situation karon daghan kayo even makita-naw ka party list system, do they really represent the marginalized? No, but you're correct Sir DJ na there really needs to be reform, electoral reform in kinsay qualified to seek office, but we should not look at kanang myopically on certain things because mas dako ang, in my own opinion, mas dako ang cause gyud sa unsay problema karon, and it's really the ability to use political patronage to kanang influence the results sa pagpili nato, to limit democracy actually, to limit democracy na dili tanan ang pwede makapapili kay kailangan maka-accumulate kag daghan kang resources to gain advantage through political patronage. So, mora na akong position.
In addition,
Sige.
it was mentioned by my son, 1987.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. And that is during Marcos. Because the 1987 Constitution, I was being guided. It's a compromise constitution. And if you look back, 4 years man yun ang elected ba? Okay, we always made some assumptions during the Marcos time that should not be repeated. To the extent we have reduced the 4 years to 3 years term. I think, pa mga tao tingin na 87, no? Ang tao na ka. Okay, but anyhow, it was to prevent Marcos. That's why it was anti-Marcos na direksyon. Ever, mo na, may medyo konsultihan na. Naman mo. Pangutan na yung mga lulog-lula. Nga nung manas manood sa public service. Nakaroon, inyo nang i-restrict, i-repress ninyo. Katubo na sila, nakita nila, tingon ako ganina, basta maayo lang, larga. Nga naman ang democratic process mo na, the right to vote, the right to choose. Mabuhat kag dynasty, anti-dynasty. Tuwing mo naman, you are limiting.
So, karon, and then murag nagka-complicate na, but we'll go back to the easy one. Let's
Sindot mo na topic. Pero technical kaya
I
na
know,
siya. Laom siya.
So karon po
Ito na topic.
let's put in kaning social media. Okay, I think you've mentioned man sad na kanang about
Patronage.
and then kanang resources, and then it can be also used to work around, no, as a work around, no, to kanang early politicking, no, which is supposed to be not the case. So do you think ang social media pod karon has kanang altered democracy in such a way nga there is now a drive towards popularity instead of competence?
I mean, social media, it's like any source of media. It's where people get their information. But if you're asking me if to limit or to regulate the way social media is being handled, I don't think that's the correct way, sad, because freedom of expression man na siya. I think it's just really how we can provide discernment sa mga tao na mga butante na dili sila dali madakil labi na karon na daghan kay mga fake news na the way social media. But I think we don't underestimate the discernment of our voters. So makasabot man ang tao. So the more they understand that you don't believe everything that you see online. And I think the world has its own way to regulate itself. So I don't think it's that nefarious good or dangerous ang paggamit sa social media, as long as we teach everybody na to be responsible in discerning things that they see on social media.
The word is education. If you don't get people to be properly educated, but it's still relative again, because our country, we don't have but much money that ought to be invested in educating the citizenry. Pas karon kita nimo, the more nga we're going down the drain, because if and when parental, we call that, authority are instituted, but still when you would institutionalization of parental guidance, samla i-impose din mo sa mga poorest of the poor. Nga ang ilang mga anak na nasa gawas, kuhanin mo na, no? Karon makita nimo abominable kita naon mga tug lang sa sidewalk. So at the end of the day, pero kana mga tawala na ay mga cellphone. Ang mga bata magpupot og cellphone. Yeah, just going back to my 6 years old si MJ. Munang swerte si MJ or dili swerte si MJ kay stick to mami. Tanaw na mo, kalag yung balik-balik ko na ko si MJ. Anong sige mo di kag tanaw ng zombie diha?
Zombie.
Ano, familiar with zombie, ha?
Black versus zombie.
Okay, then I have to bring to MJ unsa nang zombie. Dugay ako na sa patanawon jud og movie unsa nang zombie. I mean, get my point?
Yeah, I get your point.
So at the end of the day, the word restricting is not the right thing, actually. Regulating, yes, but the real responsibility should be in the household. Kini sila. You know how maybe strict ko at that time, but later, akong anak, both of them, they were so, we call that grateful. Kaya di man na sila katanaw TV weekdays. Tanaw na sila TV, ikabot sa Friday. Ikabot sa Sunday, no TV because the next day is study day or school day. And then I have to keep on reminding my son and then with my langga. I enrolled in the public educational system. Pag na manginambog ka, valedictorian ko. However, ni-grow up ko and then here I am. I want, and he knows They grew up and pretty well. So pagkadako na nila, dako kaya pasalamat na mo. Kaya ang ilang mga classmate engaged into drugs. Ilang mga classmate, wa jud kahuman. Ilang mga classmate, mabdos dali na kayo na mabdos, etc. etc. So, balik unta ng istorya social media nga social, kapay mga Facebook, or magwa kay Face, pa kay book. But the most important thing really is, naana ni sila. It's there already. You cannot just have it all perish. But the most important thing is, it's the end thing. It's there. So government should come in. But government should be collaborating with schools. And that will have to be a big, big challenge. Una nga, magmayor man ni siya, I wish nga, di sa ko gusto ng wa na lang. Nga to the extent nga, I don't know, I do not want to demean others kay well, whether you like it or not. Na naman lang cellphone. So you have to decide. Di lang tayo mag-cellphone balay. That's a very, very, I don't want, why cellphone? Yeah. Pati kay paminaw ng wa. Suko, simdya na.
Although I am sure you've heard the news now, but we'll go into the easier questions na to Ed, no? But di ba there's already an announcement from the UP College of Law that they are not allowing their first year students in their core courses to use AI and gadgets while they are in school.
Kuyawa, no?
Oh. Kay Murag, I think that's their way of forcing kanang the thought process. Ako na lang kanan ha. In the formative years. Kay first year naman nilang decide.
Sa UP Law, eh?
UP Law. Oh.
Higa, no?
Oh. Well, they are on campus.
While on campus.
Yeah, so they don't allow AI anymore or gadgets while they are in campus. So, nanay
there's a question there.
Sige.
What's the punishment?
Wala pa ko nitanong sa punishment.
Yeah, because,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, manay balik-balik na ako. When you talk, you're not allowed. And what is allowed? So, it has to be equated. Hindi lagi na mawa. We are now in the age of digitalization. We are now into the age of AI. Sa amo na sa Partido Rama, dili man na AI nga mo automatic initiative. Mo nang AI. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, continue.
AI, keep on reminding them, automatic niya na kay initiative. Mo nang AI. But talking about AI. But anyway.
Sige, last two questions na lang. No? But I'm enjoying this conversation so much.
I hate restrictions. But we have to do that. Regulations.
Correct. Sige, in your perspective as a former mayor of Cebu City, Mayor Mike, what do you think the generations or the future Cebuanos, what value do you think the future Cebuanos should never lose?
Never use.
Lose. Di gid mawala.
Di mawala. Lose. Okay. Gratitude.
That's a question for you also.
Gratitude. Importante ka ng gratitude. Binisaya, utang, kabubuto, no? Di ginawag tangon. Baga na kay kagnaong, imagine, kung kay nagtabang sa katao, niya, nisaka na ka, pagkahuman, kalimtan na nimo ang tao nga nagpasaka nimo sa kaklasiya nga tao. Tao ka o multo. Get my point? Gratitude.
And for you?
Ako, similar, but ang kanang sense of shared responsibility of community na I think usa na ka importante kayo na value na unique sa Cebuano na when you see another person nimong kanang silingan ba nimo or taga Cebu, kanang you don't see them as a separate individual but kanang namoy collective na identity together ba. I hope that lisod man kayo na karon na nagkadaghan ang tao. We are all
Ano pa yung mga virtual communities?
engrossed in our own personal lives that we don't no longer care about the people around us in our community na kung say problema na niya iyan ang problema. Wala ko'y kanang
Okay.
care sa iyang problema ba na I hope kanang dili na mawa na kanang we still care about each other even if dili kita ingon kanang usa ka household or unsa na we still have a sense of community na we still are willing to be of help to each other.
And so, sige karon kay we opened man about who you are at home, no? So now we will close it about each other's presence, no, in your life, no? So let's start with you. So what did you learn from your father, no, Mayor Mike? One thing lang that you can really say that made you a better person.
Kasi balik-balik na discipline o kanang there are things na in the moment you don't want to do but you have to do, so may sense of responsibility ug duty na kailangan gyud na imong i-override ang imuhang tendency, so for the betterment of not just yourself but of others who rely on you.
Obedience.
And in your case, what are you learning, no, from Councilor Mikel, no, that you can say that's a good idea and it's making me a better person?
Lisod na pangutana, no? Because supposedly, bali mo kita.
Correct.
Usually. Of course, ako na-learn, Mikel, which you really have to respect. Not all that a father would wish that a son will be. There are really times that you just have to agree. Iyan ang kinabuhi. Di na ako kinabuhi. So, I have learned the meaning of respect. That we must be respecting each other. And that word is very valuable.
And then I'll give each of you a time for a shout out, no, to your friends and family who are watching.
Ako, shoutout ko sa akong wife, si Etienne, hi. Ako mama, Araceli. O kamong mga iro, si Britney, si Stitch, o si Luca. Gana din siya.
That now, we're going there.
After this
just
one.
wait, Langga, and then I don't know if MJ is there, but there are people there waiting with the Rama Foundation. And shout out! Salamat kayo dire sa Sunstar Beyond Headlines. And of course, DJ, our friend, and my friend, long time ago. I'm still going to be, and looking forward for another,
Oh, yes.
but maybe the third time will be Mikel, MJ, and Michael.
Ito hisgutan ng political dynasty. Now,
Sige, we will have an
Sige.
episode for that, no?
So that you can see already the presence of Michael, MJ. You're looking at the dynasty.
Wait, what's the M of MJ?
Michael.
Curious na. Michael gihapon.
Michael.
Okay.
Michael Jr.
So
Ah.
you try to look at it. No? I'm around. Mikel will be around. MJ will be around. And if you want to include the mother, it's all M dynasty. Get my point? But I've been very clear on that issue on dynasty. Basta bati ka na pili Mayo ka na sa pamilya nga pili yun na. Salamat. Shout
And
out.
yes, and I'm hoping to have more conversations also with the two of you and eventually the other M's also. So thank you, former Cebu City Mayor Michael Rama and Councilor Mikel Rama for joining us this afternoon. I enjoyed this conversation so much. And then headlines tell us what's happening, but conversations also help us understand why it matters. So we may not vote the same. We may not think the same or agree on every issue, and that's okay. A stronger Cebu is not built by people who always agree. It's built by people who are willing to have meaningful conversations such as this. So I'm DJ Moises. This has been Beyond the Headlines, brought to you by Coffee First. Until the next time, let's continue to look deeper and think better. Have a good afternoon.
It starts with a fresh shot of espresso. Bold, rich, pulled just right. Then comes the milk, steamed smooth, creamy, and balanced. The perfect latte is not rushed. It is crafted, one cup at a time. Your perfect latte is ready. Coffee first, then everything else.